Okay, we're going to talk about Schneider. You go to We Hire Truckers, and after you log in up here, this page is going to pop up with the different companies. And go down to Schneider, and it's going to have the company website to go to, the drivers that we hire for. Tells you if you allowed riders, the type of freight, the type of jobs we hire for. Okay, a little bit of information about the, what they have to have. If you go on down right here, you have the application link, and you have all the information as far as their pay tools, all the jobs we can hire for is the open requests. We have the benefits, and we also have qualifications. Just so you know, Schneider is, depending on what report you look at, the second or third largest company out there. They started back in 1935. So on this sheet here that I've made up, you have the link for the job opportunities. You've got the application link, and you have the pre-qualifications. So they must be 21 years of age. They must have at least 1 month of tractor trailer experience without a trainer. If not specified, local tractor trailer experience will be accepted. If the opportunity says all CDL drivers, they must have at least 1 month, and that is without a trainer. Some of the opportunities do require 3 months or more. Always check with your driver to see what endorsements they have. Schneider is very big on hazmat and tankers and things of that nature. And then you can look at the moving violations, what's acceptable and not acceptable. DOT recordable accidents, these are the things that they will not hire for. If they were terminated from the last job from a preventable accident, it was probably because of a safety issue, they're not hireable. Talks about the criminal record. Just pay attention when it says, when you ask the driver if he has any criminal record in the last 10 years, that if they say, yeah, I did 11 years ago, say, well, when was probation over with? Okay, they might have got 5 years probation, which is going to stop them from being hired. And if it was for a violent crime, drug trafficking, or theft or something like that, most likely they're not going to be hired. So it's pretty self-explanatory here. Okay, so let's go to the website. So when you open up the website, you come to this page, and you're going to key in the zip code. We're going to use Dallas, Texas, 75001. Hit search jobs. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, all CDL holders. Okay. So that means 1 month experience without a trainer. You see they have some that require 3 months. And there's also one right here that requires 12 months. You also see the different home times, weekly, every 3 weeks, multiple times per week. So we're going to look at is this one, we're going to look at this one right here, just dedicated truck driver, home weekly, all CDL holders out of Dallas. You can open it up. Okay. This just tells you some of the pluses and the minuses. It is 100% no-touch freight, so that's important. That's one of the things we want to tell a driver. But what you're really looking at here is see truck driver qualifications. They must live 65 miles from Dallas or 40 miles from Waco, and they have to have the hazmat is required within 30 days of hire. Okay, let's go back up here. You can't copy and paste the requisition number, so you need to write it down, 171309. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open up the pay tool. Okay? So when you first open it up, a lot of times it's going to, something in here is going to say like enable. Just go ahead and enable it so you can make this thing work. You're going to hit find, and then exit that out. And then right here, find what? You're going to type in 171309. Find next. Okay. Let's open this up a little bigger. So here's your job. Dedicated truck driver, home weekly, Dallas, Texas. Estimated low pay, 39 grand. Estimated high pay, 54,000. I wouldn't write, if the driver only has 1 month experience, I wouldn't say that, okay? Because it is based on experience, and what they get paid per mile is going to be different. So I wouldn't even bring this information up. Scroll over to the last box. Okay, you'll see the shift available is 5.5 days out, home for a 34-hour restart. Typically the days will be Sunday or Monday, and it all changes for holiday seasons or whatever they may have. Mainly night driving, starting between midnight and 4 a.m. No slip seating, so the truck is assigned to them. They will be hauling drums of sugar water, and it's going to talk about the travel area, mainly interstate of Texas, go to Oklahoma, Kansas City, Louisiana, Little Rock, okay? The average miles per week the count we'll see is 2,200 miles. I would go ahead and write that down. And the drivers could see 3,000 miles per week. If they want to stay out longer, they're going to get the 3,000 miles. And it is about making money. So let's see exactly how much this driver is going to make. And we're going to say this driver has 1 month experience without a trainer. So the VCG, go ahead and highlight it, copy it, go to paid details, go to find, delete that out, and paste. And then hit find. Let's get that out of the way. So here's our job. From 0 to 5 months, the starting pay is 32 cents a mile. 6 to 12 months is 35, and so on. I'm sure you can read. So if you take the 2,200 miles times 32 cents, okay, the average weekly pay is going to be $704, okay? You may say, well, that's not a lot of money. Well, if you only have 1 month experience and somebody's willing to hire you and you've got to get the mileage, that's not bad. We've all talked to drivers on the phone. They're only making $400 or $500 and things of that nature. But remember, if they're willing to drive and get some miles under their belt, they can get 3,000 miles, which will actually take them up to about $960, giving them about 49 grand a year, which is pretty awesome with 1 month experience. They did sign up to drive. Now, this is no-touch freight, so they're not unloading the truck or anything like that. But just to show you the accessorial pay, that who knows, they may say 100% unloaded and they get somewhere they got to unload that truck, okay? So there is extra money involved. So you go down here to accessorial pay, hit it, find, it's already in there, find next. So if they had to unload the full truck, they're going to be paid an extra $100. Partial unload, $50. If they had to use a pallet jack, $25. So if the job required driver unload, there is extra pay for that. If you have any questions on this, please let me know. All right, let's go to the next thing. We're going to go to the open request form. Now, you can go to this first. I mean, I like going to the website and just keying in the zip code. So with the open request form, what I like this about is you see these different colors here. Anything in green, you get paid 4 times the amount. Anything in the orange, you get paid 3 times the amount. And anything in yellow, you get paid 2 times the amount. And if it's in red, you can't hire for it, okay? Most likely, if you pull it up on the website, the Schneider website, you can hire for it. But the nice thing I liked about it is the actual job that I picked out. Let's hit find, let's clear that out. Let's type in 171309. Find next. Look at that. It is brown or orange. it's going to pay you 3 times the commission amount if you can get a driver on. So it's a really good job for somebody that has no experience. You know, being able to have a chance to get 3,000 miles, you can make 42 cents a mile, but they might only be giving you 2,200 miles a week, and you're basically making the same. So, I mean, this is pretty awesome. Let's get this out of the way. So you can see all the different jobs that you can make an extra commission off of. Look at this. There's Phoenix, Arizona. There's Idaho. There's Nevada. Washington, Oregon. Pennsylvania. That's for team truck drivers. But there's just tons of opportunity here. Eastern Virginia, regional job, yellow, 2 times the amount. These are good jobs, folks. So you need to be pushing them so you can help the driver. That's the first thing you need to do. And then secondly, help yourself. I just wanted to show you, this is another form that's in it. It kind of gives a breakdown on the qualifications that's on top of my form. If you have any questions on this, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me or TJ. Happy selling. Go do it.